It took them 24 attempts, but in 1989 the country of Yugoslavia finally won the Eurovision Song Contest with the song Rock Me by the band Riva. Unknown to people at the time, the country would cease to exist just a couple of years later. However, these two events are most likely completely unrelated. My kind friend Davor Page set me up with Emilija Kokić, the lead singer of Riva, for this interview, where we of course talk about the surprising victory in 1989, but also about her successful solo career and her attempts to reach the Eurovision again. This is Eurovision Legends, and I am your usual jester, Emil Löfström. Pozdrav I dobrodošli, Emilija Kokić!
Whoa! Oh, you really surprised me. I should learn a few words in your language, but sorry, I didn't. So, from the bottom of my heart, I'm greeting you, Emil, and I'm so very happy to have this interview with you.
Great, thank you. I'm so glad to talk to you. Shall we begin with some quickies to warm up?
Yeah. I hope I'm ready.
We begin then.
Yes.
Best song from Yugoslavia in the Eurovision history.
Julie.
Daniel in 83.
Yes.
Worst song from Yugoslavia in the Eurovision history.
I really don't know that. Can I have another question?
How many points from 0 to 12 would you give the Turkish song Bana Bana?
15.
Were your stage clothes from 89 expensive?
I don't know. I didn't pay for that.
How long has it been since you last watched Eurovision 1989?
Last month.
Did? Great.
Yeah.
Last question. Favorite country in Eurovision besides your own?
Sweden.
Well, you survived the first part.
Yes. Lucky me.
In 1989, you took part in the national final in Yugoslavia with the song Rock Me. Do you know if this was the only song that was presented for you to send to the pre-selection?
Yes, that was the only song.
With only 1 point, you won the pre-selection. Do you remember who you thought was your biggest competitor?
Yes, that was Massimo.
Who came second?
Yes, I think he came second, yes.
Yeah, only 1 point less
We have
than you.
more, yes.
I actually watched this national final some years ago, of course, without understanding a word of what they said. And what I remembered was that the runner-up, Massimo Savic, thought he was the winner first because he was celebrating like a winner and the TV cameras only filmed him. What happened in the green room?
I think they told him it was a mistake, you know. Somebody had problems with mathematics, so they just didn't know the correct submit. How we say that?
How was his reaction when he saw that you were the winner?
Can you imagine? That was really embarrassing. So, but we were trying to help him. That didn't look so bad. Can you imagine? that somebody told you that you won, and after a minute and said, oh, oops, I'm sorry, no, you did not.
Yeah.
Well, it really was something that was not so pleasant, and I hope nobody will experience that. It's really embarrassing.
Your song was composed by Stevo Svikiewicz and Rajko Dujmic.
Yes.
Rock me baby, nije važno šta je, rock me baby, samo neka traje, rock me baby, ovo je za dnevni stres.
Dujmic, the latter who sadly passed away after a car accident only 1 month ago when we record this interview.
Yes.
Emilia, are you okay with telling us how much Rajko Dujmic meant for you in your life?
Yes, I would love to tell you about Rajko. He was really a special person. Can you imagine a soul really like a child, but so much energy, so much power, so much intelligence. He had such an energy that was hard to follow. He used to call me in the middle of the night, I'm sleeping. It was, for example, 4:00. The phone is ringing. And I said, hello. And he said, hey, it's Rajko. What are you doing? I said, Rajko, come on, I'm sleeping. It's 4:00 in the morning. Are you crazy? Stop calling me in the middle of the night. Talk to me. I want to talk with you. Right now, I'm sleeping. I can't talk with you. That kind of energy he had. A huge talent, He wrote so many songs. He was really, really talented. He was a good friend. And now when I'm talking about him, I really cannot accept the fact that I'm talking in past tense, that he is not alive anymore. I just can, it goes so hard in my head. Okay, I know what happened, but the heart cannot accept the fact that he's gone. I'm really sad.
And Rajko Dujmic was also the composer of the songs Jesam sa ples and Mangup that Yugoslavia competed with in 87 and 88.
Yes.
Čujem nešto kao do you wanna dance, mislim da me pita da li sam za ples. I wanna dance. Oh, oh, ja sam za ples. Oh yeah. Veliki mangup, veliki mangup, ti nećeš dijete kao ja. Pritisni mangup, veliki mangup, ti nećeš dijete kao ja.
There was a certain sound to the Yugoslav entries for a period there. In Sweden, we would probably call this style of music dansband. What do you call it?
I don't know. I cannot name it, really. I don't know.
So it doesn't have any special sound, the genre?
No.
As a professional hairdresser myself, I tend to take a certain interest in the haircuts in Eurovision. And a little bird whispered in my ear that you cried for days about the new haircut they gave you for the Eurovision appearance.
Yeah. I really had that hair problem. To say that. All my life, I had a long hair. It was such a shock. I cried. And you know the situation when you are passing by and you see your reflection in the window or in the street. When I watched myself in the mirror, I started to cry in the street. And then I saw my reflection in the window or somewhere, and I said, "Oh no, my God, this is really me. I cannot." I really had a problem to accept myself from that long hair. Now when I think about that, it was really great because the look was really very modern and very fashion. 30 years ago, I really looked very, very modern, and that was a good thing. You cannot imagine how many girls cut the hair to look, they're trying to look exactly like me, and that was a hit haircut. So, yeah.
The contest in 1989 was held in Lausanne in Switzerland since Celine Dion won the year before. What are your memories from the host city?
I grew up in Switzerland. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yes, I started a school there.
Tu parlais français?
No, in Zurich we talked German. So the Switzerland was kind of my homeland, like Croatia. No? So after the Eurovision, we had a press conference there, and I told on the press conference that I feel Switzerland as my second home country. After that, the newspapers were writing that was a victory almost for Switzerland, because they accepted me as part of a Swiss girl, you know.
Yeah.
So I was very happy that competition was in Switzerland.
There was a buzz about several countries to become the eventual winner, but your song was not mentioned very much in that context. How come most people didn't see you coming, and was it easier to compete as something of an underdog?
Maybe that was a song that they were not recognized on the first listening. I don't know.
Do you remember who you thought was your biggest competitor?
Yes, Anna Oxa from Italy.
Was that your favorite song too?
Yes.
What happened after the victory in Eurovision?
That was really a big shock. Can you imagine? I started my career 1 year ago, something like that.
Yeah.
And that was really a big shock. That was really a dream come true, you know, an American dream when you are 15 or 16 and you wanted to hear your voice anywhere recorded. And very quickly after that, you won such a big festival, you know, Eurovision Song Contest. I cannot even explain that I could not dare to dream about that. And can you imagine when that happened? I really thought that I was dreaming or something like that. It was really a huge shock for me because we were young. We didn't have such experience. Just a band with a lot of energy, with a lot of basic talents we had, and it was really a huge shock for us.
Were you superstars in the Balkan region after this victory?
Yes, really superstars, yes. Because that was the first time that somebody won from this region.
You weren't invited to the show the year after when Yugoslavia hosted the competition. Why?
Yes, that's the second shock. I don't know. I don't know the answer till today. And
they never asked you.
they just had an official explaining, and the explaining was that we did not fit into the show. Can you imagine how ironic that was?
Yeah.
And we just stopped asking, and we knew something really bad was cooking behind our back, you know. So we thought it was better to just go away and don't even ask about that.
They never asked you if you could deliver the flower to the winner or anything.
No, they thought our position was in green room. And we said, no, our position is on the stage. And they said, okay, then. And we said, okay, then.
In a previous episode, I talked to Charlotte Perrelli, who won for Sweden in Jerusalem in 1999.
Mhm.
And she told me exactly the same thing, that they never asked her. And she asked them if she could sing a song or something in the interval act or something.
Very strange, and I can tell you that I had that is really a trauma for me. I was really experiencing something that I can even not imagine. That was unacceptable for me. I really cannot explain to myself what kind of a person, who is in charge, who can decide something like that. That's not fair. But
Yeah.
we could not go on the stage, by force. But it was really not correct.
In 1990, your band Riva took part in the Split Festival with the song Kiss Me.
Yes.
And in my opinion, I think this is even better than Rock Me.
Really?
I love that song.
Oh my God! Kiss me, kiss me, kiss me. Da, 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 da. Is that is the song, right?
Yes.
Kiss me, kiss me, kiss me, aż pamiętam ostatnie wieci. Kiss me, kiss me, kiss me, aż masz dla nas ręczy. Kiss me, kiss me, kiss me, aż pamiętam ostatnie wieci.
Yeah, it has a positive energy. It had something power. I like the song too. Yes.
In 1991, the members of Riva went their separate ways.
We had a war in Croatia,
Yeah.
and that is something that people forget. It happened really, 30 years ago, and we had a management in Switzerland. They wanted to start our international career, but because that's so hard to explain right now, but I'll try. The Croatia was not recognized as a dependent, as an independent country.
Exactly.
Yeah, and we should go as Riva from Yugoslavia. And in my country, in my town, in Zadar, they were bombing and bombing and bombing. And I cannot take the name of the country where somebody is bombing my town, my country, and that was not acceptable for us. So we told our management we cannot go as Riva from Yugoslavia. And he said, okay, I understand your feelings, but for somebody from Sweden, it's all the same. Is that Riva Croatia or Riva Yugoslavia? But that was not for us, we could not accept that. So it is really a long story, and I'm not a person, I really don't like the politics and everything that is going on from the war and after the war. So I'm not trying to, I would not like to talk about that.
But did you stay in the Croatia region?
Yes, but not all the time. Not all the time. We were in Switzerland and we were in Italy at that time when the war was growing, and we had a lot of concerts for helping the children, the people who lost the homes, for the hospitals. We were trying to collect money for the people that they needed help. It's really a sad story, From this position today, it's hard to even imagine that we really experienced that.
It came very many people from, especially from Bosnia-Herzegovina to Sweden, and I can still remember how afraid I was for the Yugoslavian war, even if I lived in Sweden. So I can totally understand that this is a very tough time you have been through.
Yes, really.
Are you in contact with your old bandmates today?
Of course. It's not impossible for me to go to Zadar. I live in Zagreb now, and it's impossible that I go to Zadar and that I don't visit the guitar player. I'm very close with him all these years. and with the drummer.
Yeah.
Yes, we were still friends. Yes.
Have you done any reunions?
Yes, 2 years ago, can you imagine when our football player came the second at the world competition in Russia? Four of them are Luka Modric is also from Zadar, and Zadar is a crazy city, crazy in a good meaning. They love their people, and they love when their people are having success internationally, And when we won the Eurovision Song Contest, they organized the whole city came on the main square waiting for us,
Yeah.
And that's the same thing we did after the football players from Zadar came to Zadar. The people from Zadar wanted to celebrate with them, to thank them,
Yeah.
And then we said from Riva, okay, we wanted to pay that back. We wanted also to do something for our citizens that as Zadar did for us when we won on the Eurovision Song Contest. So we played Rock Me, and that was really great, yes.
In the 90s, you had a very successful solo career with several dance hit songs. And let's give the listeners a little sample of some of your greatest hits from this period. Can you compare what it was like for you to be a solo artist versus being part of a band like Riva?
Of course, it's better to be in a band, to be in front, to sing. When I look on the left side, I see two members of a band. When I see on the right side, I see the other two. We were traveling together. We were really good friends, and solo career means everything is in my hands. The success, I was responsible for everything, good things and bad things. My career was in my own hands. That is a good thing, but it could also be a bad thing, when you don't have anybody to split, or the sadness or the success or the good things and bad things. I was more a person that would like to be in a band. I was not alone when I had my solo career because of the dance hits. I always have dancers around me. It was a different type of music,
Yeah, and it's a big responsibility to be a solo artist.
Yes, that's what I was trying to say.
In 2001, you took part in the Croatian pre-selection, Dora.
Yes.
Tell me, was this the first time you tried to reach Eurovision again since 1989?
Well,
you must have been offered some things before, right?
Yes. When I look in the bottom of my heart, I would say I did not wanted really to go on the Eurovision again, because I didn't have any thoughts about having a career like Johnny Logan or something like that. No, but everything that was under the first place would not be a success, right? You know what I mean? When you won, after that, a second place is not a good position. So I took the part because I loved the song and I loved the vocal of the guy that I was singing with. I kind of helped him with his career because the lights were very on him because I was, of course, singing as a Eurovision Song Contest winner with him. So I wanted to kind of help him to start his own career. So that was really the reason why I was on that stage at that year.
And the guy we're talking about is Adalbert Turner Jucci.
Yes.
And the song was called Liepota.
Beauty. Liepota means beauty.
Yes, exactly.
Beauty, you look like $1 million.
Beauty, you look like $1 million. Your eyes are blazing like a silver star. Beauty, you look like $1 million. Your eyes are blazing.
Vanna won with the song Strune Ljubavi, later with English lyrics and with the title Strings of My Heart. But you received more points from the televoters.
Yes. It looks like we didn't have luck again. But I was fine with that. I was really fine with it.
You weren't disappointed?
No.
Don't break my heart tonight. Don't leave me when I cry. Stay now and softly play the strings of my heart. I want you by my side. You make me feel alright.
I saw on YouTube that you did the song in a complete English version. So I guess you were well prepared for Eurovision if you would win.
Well, no, we were just playing in the studio as kids, what would really the song sound on English? Can we do it on English? Oh, will we try? Yes, of course we'll try. That was the story. Yeah.
2 years later, you took part in Dora again.
Yes, that was with the song Žena of Pepela. You know what that means? Have you translated?
No, I haven't, but you can please for me.
When a woman is burning and it means that she became a woman from ashes, that is something like that. And I was promoting my album, and we thought that it was an interesting song. That's why we wanted to take a part of that competition.
Never reached the final. Why do you think?
Maybe that was my energy, guilty, because I really did not have the intention for going.
Okay.
Maybe, I don't know.
Claudia Beni won with the song Više nisam tvoja. Was she the rightful winner, in your opinion?
I think that year my favorite was Nina.
Badrić.
I think, yes, that was the year. What was the name of the song?
Žarobno jutro.
Yes, that's a great song. That was my favorite.
Obećaj mi da smo život ti i ja. Jedna olujna noć, mokra sva od dodira. U meni sve gori pod rukama tvoj. Ja umirem sad. Obećaj mi da smo...
My favorite was Tina and Nixa with the song Sva sve vremena.
You will talk Croatian in maybe tomorrow or day after. Great.
You think?
Yes, you're pronouncing quite good.
Hvala puno.
I told you.
Grešna ti duša, lažljivo srce, slomio ti na svijetu istine sve. Sretno ti bilo u carstvu divljine, neka te nebo čuva, oprosti sve. Ja evo mijenjam sad adresu i broj, al velik dio mene ostaje tvoj. Za sva vremena, ja sam tvoja sjena. Ako ti krene po zlu, da znaš da uvijek sam tu, da te branim, sačuvam. Za sva vremena, ja sam tvoja sjena.
And in 2008, you took part again with the ballad Angel.
Yes, it's Angel. Yes. That was a song when I had the energy that I was standing behind that song, and I really thought that could be a good song presenting Croatia.
I totally agree.
Yes. And I was very sad. I was very sad that I didn't win.
You got a 6th place with Angel.
Yes.
But I wonder how it came that all your 3 solo appearances in Dora, or your 3 appearances in Dora, were with ballads, or at least slow songs, when your hits were primarily dance songs.
I don't know. That is an interesting question, and I never thought about that. I really don't know. Yeah, I didn't look at it on that way. I don't know.
Have you been offered more songs to compete with?
Yes.
Anything special that you can share with us?
No. I just didn't like all the them. It's very hard to explain that. Sometimes I hear that a song is a great song, but I did not feel it like that is a song that I would like to sing. And that happened.
Have you turned down any song that later reached Eurovision?
No.
What are you doing today in your life?
Oh, today I'm preparing the program for my school, for my singing school. I have a lot of students. I have a lot of students. They are going to be students in my school, and so much pleasure and so much fun that I have in my school. I have never imagined that could be possible that I have. I really like to work with people, with kids and with adults, and it's something that completely fulfills me.
When I listened through your discography, there was one song that caught me in particular, apart from the ones that we have already talked about. And
Yes.
the song is Druga.
Me too. I really like the song. Yes. I'm working with that composer, Marko Tomasovic. We'll work together over 10 years. I don't know, maybe even more, 15. I don't know how long. More. I don't know how long. He wrote the song, and he called me one day and he told me, I really have a song that I think that would be great for you. When he played that song for me, I knew it from the second. Yes, I told him, yes, that is really a song for me. I really love the song.
Ja ne mogu pristati da
wanted to be the second woman. Druga means second. Every woman wants to be the first and the only woman. And the song says, I don't want to be the second one. Yeah.
Like a lover.
Yes, like a lover. Yes.
You have had a very successful career in the Balkan region. Have you done any songs in English?
Yes, we recorded a few songs in English, and Marco and me were very happy because the songs were played around the world. We had a lot of success in different countries, from Japan to a small country named Aruba, Brazil to Spain. I don't know, around the world they were played, really, in Italy. And I think the Eurovision Song Contest fans helped us to be such successful, because they called on the radio station and voted for our song. So that's why I think that the songs were very good on the charts. Yeah, and one of them was Something from Heaven.
What have I done? What did I say wrong? This love is tearing me apart. What I feel is too strong. What is love in my life? Only a pain. Such a foolish game. No winners and no names. A miracle in chains. What is love in my life? Only a pain. Such a foolish game. Something I can't explain. Something from heaven. Like sun and rain.
Thank you so much, Emilia.
Thank you. Sorry, I really have to. I really wanted to say sorry about my English. Things I wanted to say better. You know, it really sounds better in my head as a thought.
But
But when I try to explain it, then I find an obstacle, and when I could not find the word, and I said, "Oh my God!"
no.
Yeah. And you know, you have a good name.
What did you say?
You have a good name.
You mean because our names are very similar?
Yes.
Vala puno.
Thank you, Emil, and I wish you everything good in your private life and in your career.
The same to you.
Thank you.
Bye
Riga,
bye.
bye.